Hey everyone, it's Jenny here. You're not seeing me, but you're seeing the choices I've got today for breakfast. So this is just like what I found in my fridge today. Well, honestly, I didn't actually find that lamington or the scone. I bought those on my way home because I wanted to talk to you today about this is day 2 of listening to your inner truth, living your inner truth. And there's so many choices we have all the time. We're making choices all the time. And I thought, it's really like when we eat, right? And I know as a woo-woo woman, you probably are aware of intuitive eating. Like you've heard of that. And, many of us have practiced that. In the 90s, my mum and I wrote a book about it called Diet No More. And so I became aware then that the choices that we make all the time are often got nothing to do with what we actually need. So listening to our body is one way of listening to our intuition. So like if you're looking here, like how do you choose? Like how do you know what to have? And intuitive eating for the body, our inner GPS, can tell us what will really suit us. Like if you imagine the food in your body, if you think about what you really need, imagine you've already eaten it. And so this is like we do this all the time. If you don't, you probably need to read our book. But this is like one thing that we do naturally. So I'm just going to put myself back on screen and so I can have a chat. Sure I can. And here I am. So I'm just going to put you up here so I can so you can see me. And I'll just clip you up so you don't fall down. Okay, cool. So today's about like if we're really listening to our inner truth, it's about listening in the same way that we do when we're trying to figure out what to eat. Like our bodies will tell us exactly what we need. And it's an inner intuition. We call it intuitive eating. But we have the same intuitive sense, the same inner GPS when it comes to living our lives. We make choices every single day. Eating is just one of them. And so listening to our inner truth is about listening to all the choices that we make. Some of them seem like really big choices, and some of them seem like smaller choices, like will I go the lamington, will I go the egg, will I go the cereal? But life is like that. We're making choices all the time. And I was thinking about what does GPS stand for when it comes to our body, and I thought, well, I think it stands for guidance for the physical self or for the physical stomach. It's like that's what really governs how we eat intuitively. Like we have these signals all the time that are telling us what to do. Our body, our inner self is trying to all the time give us messages. We don't hear it a lot because what's getting in the way is this. And it's the same with anything. When you're trying to make a decision about something, move forward with it in a pathway, make a bigger decision. There's all these rules, there's all this advice, there's all this stuff all the time. No matter where you go, and a lot of it is conflicting. And so we often can find ourselves not knowing what to do, not knowing what decision to make, second guessing it when we do make a decision because someone else thinks that it wasn't the right decision. And so it's really difficult at times to stay tuned in to your inner truth. So, if you really want to stay with your inner GPS, which is your intuitive sense, it is, it comes through your heart. Your intuition and like your head and your heart do work together. And we know now from science that they actually talk to each other. They found heart cells in the brain and vice versa. We know that the heart itself is a brain and probably is actually a lot more powerful. When they do the science on it, they discover that the heart has electrically and magnetically, measuring on a sort of physical level, is much more powerful than the brain. But on a spiritual level, you and I know the heart is the seat of the soul. I mean, why do we use the expression heart and soul? Why? It's because the soul speaks to us through the heart. The heart is our physical place. It's the where we tune into to find what we're looking for. So the heart is the physical way, and it's the soul that actually comes through. And you might think, well, that's not really a lot to do with intuitive eating, but you know what? It totally is. It's exactly the same system. We're operating with this inner GPS. I call it the guiding presence of spirit, or sometimes the guiding pathway of spirit, because it is the place that we will find the answer that is right for us, that is right for you. because there are so many other things that get in the way. Our beliefs, things our parents have told us, things that have been told to us that we weren't good enough about, things that, all the messages that have come to us that have formed the filter through which we make decisions or see things in our lives. But the truth is within you. The truth is an alignment that you find when you come back to your heart in the presence of spirit. And because you are spirit, it's not that spirit is separate from you. I am not separate from you. We are all spirit. And that is where you will find your inner truth. That's where the inner truth will tell you, is it the egg? Is it the strawberries? Is it the vegetables? So my challenge for you today is to listen to your signals. Begin to really tune in to the signals, even if it means that today you listen to your body signals. Simply, on a daily basis, your spirit is talking to you. Those subtle and sometimes quiet messages are coming through to you. Sometimes they're like really strong, right? It's like, yes, that's a yes, or that's a no. But on a daily basis, it's often drowned out by so many other things that we're doing. So today, your challenge is to listen to your signals. They will come through your body. They will come through your mind, because some of us work in different ways. I'm going to talk to you about that another day, which is how you receive your messages. But simply, they do come through your body. And the more that you practice and the more that you bring your awareness to focus on where are you right now and what is it that you need, the more easily it will come to you every time you need it, and you'll be learning to trust it every single time. So today, as a really good example of that, is to ask yourself when you go to have breakfast, and what I'm having for breakfast today is, and you wait for the message that comes from your heart. And you can check it. Does it sit right? Is that in alignment for me? Because on a daily level, we need to be checking in, not just about the big stuff, not just about the direction in life, not just about the relationship we want to attract, not just about our business, but everything. Because the more you embody it, the more you are that, the more you're listening, the little corrections can take you in a completely different path. So instead of being ruled by rules, expectations, sometimes emotion, we eat or we do things according to emotion that is reactionary. This time, what we're asking you to do is come back to your center and come back to what's in alignment for you. When I do that with food, and this is what I learned many years ago in the 90s when we started teaching in relation to food, was imagine it already in your body. And it's the same for any other decision. So you could imagine eating pizza for breakfast and how that would feel in your body. And your body will give you a really strong signal. It's the same as if you imagine what I'm having for lunch today is, and allow yourself every possibility. It's no different than allowing yourself every possibility to show up in your life. Yesterday I talked to you about saying to yourself, I wonder, which allows you to get back into your creative right brain, into connection to your heart. And so when you put those things together, you can imagine, I wonder what my body would like to have today for lunch or for dinner. I wonder what would be the best thing that would be most nourishing for me today. I wonder, is coffee the best thing? I mean, we're all going to say yes, right up here, and the body, the physical body, but I wonder what spirit would say. And if there's one thing I've learned over the many years, is that what comes from here and what we think is the answer, when you ask for it here, it's often different. When you ask your body, when you go within in the way that you do that, because I know that you already do this, when you go within, very often the answer will be different. So talk to your intuitive self and bring your heart and your brain together, let them work together, but let it be initiated, and the answer be initiated from your spirit. Okay, so tune into your inner GPS, whether it be physical, whether it be spiritual, whether it be emotional. Do use your inner GPS so that you can avoid Because what I also say is the inner GPS is the guidance for the prevention of stupidity. Because sometimes we look back and think, why the hell did I do that? So in order to stay on track, let's work with spirit. So I hope you have a great day. Your challenge is to live your day to day, all your decisions. Bring your awareness to those decisions. Bring your awareness to your choices. Instead of making them from habit, from expectation, from what you think you should do, from what you think you should eat, ask your body, go within and connect with your inner truth. That's it for today. I'd love to know what happens for you. And I might go and figure out what am I going to have. Is it going to be this one? I'm not too sure. The old Lamington. I mean, you know, the mouth goes yes, but I'm not sure the spirit says yes. So after I finish, I'll let you know. The egg's looking pretty good. Okay, guys. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you again tomorrow. Bye.